Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. Today is exactly 29 minutes past sunrise here in beautiful sunny Las Vegas. And man, is it gorgeous out. And today we're going to be talking about Eben's story, how I got here to Las Vegas, how I got to becoming an AMSOIL dealer, doing these YouTube videos, why I became an AMSOIL dealer. We're going to be talking about why I get up in the morning. We're going to be talking about it all. So we're throwing all our crap in here. We're going to hop in the synthetic oil protection machine and we're out to shred. All right, so my story starts way back 10.5 years ago here in Las Vegas. When I came to town, I was just a resilient kid. I came to Vegas for two reasons, for entertainment and the weather. That's why I wanted to come here. And I just always heard about the weather and all this different stuff. So I said, you know what, Eben? Don't be a sappy pussy. Get out there and penetrate your future. So that's what I did. I came out to Vegas and I love it here. It's my favorite place. I go other places and I basically come back and I basically kiss the ground. In one of my videos I went to New Orleans and I came back to Vegas, and it's like they say, if you leave somewhere and you go back, you realize how good you have it. So that's a little silliness, but it's true. So so I came to Vegas 10.5 years ago, and when I first hit town, I was a resilient kid. I was just trying to get my shones wet, and I was downtown on Fremont Street doing close-up magic, all this magic, comedy, a little bit of juggling, and all different types of stuff. And I always had a lot of fun, no matter what, and I really enjoyed what I did. And I learned a lot about people. So I did all this way back 10.5 years ago. So I did magic on Fremont for 2.5 years, close-up magic. And I used to stroll around. I used to wear a bow tie. And I loved making fun of people, calling people names. I loved the dirty jokes, the comedy. And I got better and better at it to where, you know, it created a lot of value. And it was amazing what people would say to me. They'd say, man, I can't believe you did that. You know, I've never seen anything like that. I've seen magicians all over the world, and they've told me that they've never seen anything like that. So, you know, this is just from what they've said. And of course, you have people that think or pretend that they know what you're doing, and they say, hey, I know what you're doing. But, you know, so I did all that magic on Fremont. Then after that, I always wanted to be a cab driver. So, I became a cab driver. I started driving cab. I did that for 6 months, and I did 64 hours a week, 5 days a week, and each shift is 11 hours, 45 minutes, plus you count your money, and you do all that. So I did about 64 hours a week for 6 months. That was a great lesson. I learned all about Vegas, where to go, what type of people are out here. Just learned a ton of stuff like that. And so then after that, I kept doing it, and then I started at a dealership, and I worked at a Honda dealership. Did that for about 11 months. Learned a lot about people, learned a lot about cars and sales. And then after that, I worked at a Chevy dealership for about 4 or 5 months. Then I worked at a Ford dealership for 4 months. So in under 2 years, I pretty much learned all the basics of, you know, working for people and all that, and working for, you know, certain companies and how it's going to work. And I was pretty much done. I was not really going to work at any of these mainstream places anymore. So I moved on and I started my own business called Personal Car Finder USA, where I found cars for people privately. So instead of buying a car and paying the sales tax and dock fees and all this stuff, I found these cars for people, eliminating all that, and I got them the exact car they wanted. So I know all the secrets on how to buy cars, which took about, I'm going to say 11,000 hours of work to get to that point. And I learned all about how to buy cars and deal with people and all that. So after that, I did that for about 10, 11 months. I started my own website, and I just didn't love what I was doing. the whole process just didn't romance me. I didn't get a buzz on it. I didn't get high. And I was like, you know what? If it's not going to be that much fun, I'm not going to keep doing it. So I just kind of let that go. But in the meantime, before quitting that, which I don't quit on anything, I went to SEMA, and that's the Specialty Equipment Market Association. It's one of the biggest car meetups in the world right here in Las Vegas. So I went to SEMA, and I was walking through SEMA, and I saw this guy, Tom. And this guy, Tom, he had this motor oil and stuff. And, you know, I was just being nosy. And I didn't pay to get in. It was just the open part where I think it was complimentary to get in. So I'm walking around, and I see this oil, and it's got all this colorful foil on it and stuff like that. So I start asking Tom questions. And Tom, I asked Tom, I go, this says 25,000 miles here. I said, is this shit really good for 25,000 miles? And Tom goes, yes, you can do 25,000 miles, but most people don't because, you know, they just like to change their oil, but you can. And I said, that sounds like a total hawk of shit. So I did my research on my phone, and I looked up some test data, which I've always been good at reading charts and test data because I like chemistry and I like physics and all that stuff. I like the principles, but not the actual going to school. I've never liked going to school. But so I looked at all this test data, and I was like, holy shit, how did I not learn about this? So I felt like a total tool bag because I always read Motor Trend, Car and Driver, Road and Track. I've been doing the car magazine since I was about 13 years old. Been into going to Carlisle. I used to live in Pennsylvania. I went to the car shows. I went to Wheels of Time in Macungie, Pennsylvania. I have old-timer friends that have thousands of hours of working on cars, changing oil. I've done arc welding. I've done metallic inert gas welding. I've done, acetylene welding. So, I mean, I've learned a lot of stuff with the basics without being a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic, but I learned a lot of that crap young, and I just felt cheated. I'm like, how didn't I know about this oil? So, find out about this oil, and I said, Tom, sign me up. I want to become a preferred customer. So I gave Tom 10 bucks, threw it at him, and Tom signed me up. And I went out to the warehouse in Vegas, tried the oil in my Corvette. And at the time, I had the 24-hour Le Mans edition 6-speed manual Corvette, still my favorite car to this day. Check out this playlist up here in the corner. That's on my car. And man, I was so fat and happy with that oil after I tried it. And I just couldn't believe how much better my car ran. And it was quieter when I first started it up. And I just was speechless, the 100% synthetic oil, how much better it was. So at that point, about a week or two later, I went back and did my manual transmission ATF fluid, which that manual transmission takes multi-vehicle ATF fluid. I did the rear differential gear lube, did that, and I switched that out. And my whole drive shaft had about 30% less vibration in it. And at this point, I was getting 0.9 average miles a gallon better. So that's basically 1 mile per gallon better in city driving in Las Vegas. That's not highway. So the highway miles a gallon ended up being about 2.9 highway better, but I did also a air-aid cold air intake. And I did a couple other things too. Some fuel additives, stuff like that. So I was so happy with this car. And I used to watch YouTube, and I watched all these guys teach you how to fix cars. And at the time, I couldn't find anybody that was showing like preventative maintenance, oil changes, nothing like that. And I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow, how is there no one that does the oil changes on YouTube? And I watched this one guy, Chris Fix, and he did all these videos on how to fix these cars. He never showed his face, and I just couldn't kind of get what he was doing. And I didn't get why he was hiding. And then he never really showed that. And then he pushes a lot to Amazon, these big corporate things. And no one ever talked about AMSOIL. And I just couldn't figure it out. So I said, all right, if no one's going to teach anyone the truth, which I do magic, and I know a lot of secrets. So I said, you know what, I can teach these secrets to how to take care of your car. And so I figured, what the hell, let's go do this, let's give it a try. So I started for the first year, and it was pretty terrible. I mean, I sucked at doing the videos. You know, the videos were pretty they were horrible. So I kept doing all these videos. After about 100 videos, I got pretty good at it, and started to get the swing of it. And then the second year on YouTube, I really started getting going. I learned a lot from Nick Nimmin, and then I learned from a lot of these other guys. And fast forward to today, we're at 750 videos. I have about 3,200 accounts all over US and Canada that buy the AMSOIL from me. I do this full time, about 60, 70 hours a week here on YouTube, between following up with customers, creating videos, editing videos, tagging thumbnails, babysitting, bottle burping, nannying. You know, I joke around. I don't do any of that crap, but sometimes it can feel like that. And so I don't ever lay down. I don't give up. I don't take no for nothing. And I always inspire people. I love to help out. And I say, why do I get up in the morning? I get up in the morning for one reason: to lube, to love, love to lube. And that just keeps going on and on and on. And I love helping people with their car. And I'm fortunate I do something I would do for free, but I can make money at it. So, you know, if someone needed help with their car, I'd help them out for free. No problem. I just do it in my sleep now. It's like juggling. It's like you don't think about juggling, you just do it. And I love giving back. I do Ebens end of month giveaway every last Saturday of the month at 11 a.m. We give hundreds and hundreds of dollars in gift cards away. Tons of money. I can't even believe how much money we've already given. It's got to be near $10,000. I think or more. I have to add it up, but we got some crazy snap-on tools we give away. $500, $700 snap-on tools, ratchets, wrenches, breaker bars. The giving is going to get bigger, and we're going to be giving something really big away coming up soon. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Tap that notification bell so that way you get a buzz on your phone, and you can say, oh, that YouLubher guy, he uploaded another video, I better go leave a comment. And I randomly select people from down below. So ask me something. If you want to try AMSOIL and you're on a desktop, laptop, click show more. If you're on a smartphone, go ahead and click that reverse down arrow. That reverse down arrow is going to open up this whole block of lots of test data on AMSOIL, on the value of it, and why AMSOIL I call the liquid gold. To me, if AMSOIL was $100 a quart, it would still be worth it. But that's because I have thousands and thousands of hours, about 8,000 hours of working with the products on YouTube, educating people, and making people happy. A lot of people, they say, Eben, are you happy? I say, me, happy? I tell them I'm a little bit hippie, a little bit happy, a little bit of both. And just love doing what I do. So we're here at one of my favorite sweet spots, Pete's Coffee, great place here in town. And if you want to check out our good man Anthony is a barista that works here, and his family owns the Pete's Coffees here in town. We have a lot of great content with Anthony. He's we call him the Italian stallion on the channel. Anthony's a funny guy. He's got a Camaro, and we did his Subaru. So check those videos out up here in the corner. You're gonna get a kick out of those. Click that little tab in the corner. If you want to see more great content on what people love about AMSOIL, check out this video here. If you want to see why most mechanics won't recommend AMSOIL, go ahead and check out this video here. And we will see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection. And if you want to see my other channel, Las Vegas Magic Friends, click on this little icon here. That's my other channel. We'll see you back next time right here on Synthetic Oil Protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.